we grew up on a farm, and whenever Mom and Dad got married, they moved in with Dad's parents. And then as we came along, it was the three generations all in the same house. And back then, there was no electronics or anything like that. Mom was always, she was always doing something with her hands, so I guess I just picked up what she was doing. I just like the fact that you take a ball of yarn and you make something out of it. Like, it could be a sweater for, I used to make sweaters and stuff like that, so I just enjoy doing it. When we were younger, when we sat down, we had 2 TV stations, right? So you didn't have a whole lot to select from, so that's, you'd knit and crochet a lot. And then as I get into my teenage years, I'd say my social life became a bit more important than knitting or crocheting. And then when you get into kids and having your own family and stuff, you kind of didn't have as much time for it. But then since Mom moved in here, she moved in here 3 years ago, and it was a great thing for us to do together, because I would come in, and instead of just sitting, like if you spend 2 or 3 hours together, sometimes you run out of things to talk about. So we just sit and work with our hands and chat, and the time goes by really nicely.
She lived a good ways away from me. She's up in New Haven, and I'm down in China Point. And now when I'm in here, she's here 3 or more times a week. So we're back and forth quite often.
Mom does Swedish weaving. She's probably made 25 Afghans, and I've always admired them, but I was never involved in it. So since we come in here, Mom's arms, she has difficulty with her arms sometimes. So when she's doing a Swedish weaving Afghan, you have to cut the yarn, because each row, you have to cut the yarn a certain length. So that's the part I'm able to help her do with that project. So it's kind of neat to see how much work she does on those. So I enjoy doing that with her too. Right now we're into coasters and dishcloths and things like that. So we've probably ordered $300 worth of yarn over the past 2 months.